How is the team staying positive right now?
Yeah, I mean it's no secret that it's been a bit of a challenging tour for us. We haven't played our greatest cricket or most consistent cricket, but yeah, we're trying to keep positive. I think the senior players are trying to keep the guys motivated. We're still aware of our position within our rights that we've been given. We're still representing our country, which is still an immensely proud moment for every player, and that still motivates everyone within our squad. Yeah, it has been a challenging few weeks, but it's not doom and gloom for us. We're still pretty upbeat. The morale in the camp is still pretty good. We still have one game that we can actually change quite a lot within the ranks of South African cricket for us. So yeah, we're still pretty hopeful and pretty positive going into our last test.
How important is it the chips are down?
It's immense, especially in the subcontinent. It's a challenging tour. I mean, you get stretched as a person, you get stretched as a cricketer. I think you get to know yourself quite a lot as a person when you come to the smaller places where the hotels are maybe not as good, and you get challenged on the food you eat potentially. And yeah, it's always a good learning curve coming to India, especially. It's the one place I find that they're very streetwise and clever with the touring teams. They definitely push your boundaries and they test you.
The series BC Test Championship.
Back in the day, there was always a bit of a dead rubber game, but now with the World Championship, World Test Championship around, we still have points to play for. We can still get 40 points by following our processes against India in the last test and hopefully getting a win. That's something that we can't neglect going into this game. We could always have that one foot on the plane syndrome, which would have happened in the past, and hopefully it doesn't happen in this test. There's still a lot to play for, and we can still kick off our World Test campaign by trying to get a 40-point win.
The batting unit obviously under a lot of to end off on a positive note.
Hopefully score a lot of runs. But yeah, it's going to be a challenge. I think, especially in the second test, we maybe forgot a few basic points that we did in the first test. I think because we were challenged in the field, India obviously know how to stretch you as a team, and they ultimately did that in the second test. And I think, like as I mentioned, we neglect our pointers going into our batting. Yeah, it's not acceptable not having guys stretch out innings for us like we did in the first innings or the first test. So yeah, hopefully we can go back to the basics of the game and put up a good performance in the third test.
Thank you.